Today I want to make some music using my box of noises. What I mean by that is that I have a box that is full of objects that makes noises. Little instruments, maracas and stuff. I recorded them all separately to then edit them in Ableton to make the music. Then I processed them quite a lot because there are a lot of small objects. I will have tiny sounds and I wanted to have like big basses and stuff like that to use in the sound. And that's part of the fun, to use some electronic effects to process them heavily and see what kind of sound that comes up from that. But I'll show you at the end of this video how I did these sounds, how I manipulated them, so you can see how I processed and what was my workflow. But first, let's play the music. This is what I ended up with, so hope you like it. Okay, so for the kick drum, that sounds like this. First I had the tambourine. I basically just removed all the middle frequencies. For me, a kick will be more the bass tone and then higher tone for the click, so a big boom and a little click. Because just after I've put a big saturation, mostly on the low frequencies, and then I have a second equalizer that will really shape the sound here, really a resonance on this low tone. For the snap, I did two things actually. I did two snaps. One with the claps. I just layered them in different timings and different pitch to have that. And the other one with the little frogs. And same, just layered them in different timing. What I did for this melody is a sample from the triangle, just one hit from the triangle footage that I put into a simpler, and then I tuned it with the transpose and detune button, so I could play it with the keyboard, and by playing on different octaves I could use it like a xylophone like this, or I could use it like a single bell. For the melodies, it's quite the same principle. Like for the two ocarinas, what I did, I just took one note that I put into a simpler there. Then I tuned it again and I added a glide so to have a nice transition between the notes. The reason why I did that and I didn't play directly the ocarina on the tune is for two reasons. The first one, well, the ocarina is not necessarily tuned in the same key or necessarily like well tuned, so I wanted to get rid of this hassle. And the other thing is that I recorded everything before I composed the sound, and I wanted to have like a fluid workflow to find my melodies and everything. I find it really easier to just have the keyboard to play with. And for the piano, the piano, it's actually a sample from the ocarina. It's a long note, as you can see here. I just played with the envelope to give it a percussive tone, just a slight short attack, so it's not too clicky at the beginning. And then the bass, and then the bass. That's probably the point where I put the most process on the sounds. This is actually a sound from the crescent. I don't know the name in English. That's rattle. Is that the rattle? Probably. So yeah, that's what it is. So what I did, I just took this sound, but as you can see, I just took a tiny bit of one attack of one sound, so it's repeat when I play it. It's just looping very fast with the loop activated there. So it creates a tone, and then that's a lot of EQing, like heavy, brutal EQing with a lot of compressions and a lot of saturation. And for the sub bass, hit the ocarina again because I wanted a smooth bass tone, like sub bass tone. So I took the ocarina again because it was closer to a sine wave that I had and that I thought would be smoother in tone. So I just EQ'd it severely by removing everything but the bass tone. Then I compressed it like a hog, and then I put a lot of compression and bass boost and etc. So how it sounds. And yeah, and again the envelope is quite percussive with this one. I added a filter on that too and used the envelope with the filter. So I have the second envelope which is really similar to the volume envelope. That's pretty much what I did on all the sounds. So thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. Hit the like button if you liked it, and see you on the next video.